let me pour myself a drink and let's get into this. Let's start talking about this lovely product. Talk about you.
Beautiful.
So first of all, welcome everyone. This is Ed Belfour, a hockey Hall of Famer, Stanley Cup winner, NCAA gold medal. You have so many titles to your name, as well as a fantastic bottle of whiskey. Tell me about this, man. How did this all come about? How did we go from getting inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2011 to here we are in 2020 and we have whiskey in front of us?
Well, for the better part of 40 years I played hockey and 20 years as a professional, and you get used to doing things routine and doing things a certain way. And when you're done doing that, I retired and you thought, you're going to get to do all these fun things that you never could do while you were playing. And then, of course, you stop getting those paychecks that you were receiving for those 20 years. And you start looking for things that you would be excited about doing and being part of a team again. And my son, Dane, also a goalie, he finished his career very similar point that I did. So we got together and decided, hey, let's do some business together. And we started looking into different businesses in the alcohol business. And we originally were thinking that we were going to do vodka, but once we did our research, it was a very saturated market. And then we started researching brown spirits, and whiskey was just starting to take off, and bourbon and rye whiskey. And I grew up drinking rye whiskey in Canada, so pretty familiar with the rye whiskey. And so we thought, you know what, let's order a still and make some whiskey at home. So we ordered a little 5-gallon still, and we were going to start making it at home. And I thought, you know what, maybe we should just check into it, make sure, we're doing things by the book. And I quickly found out that I could be deported, and I didn't want to be kicked out of the country. So we thought, let's go down, get our licensing, and do it the proper way. And that's how it started, with just a little 5-gallon still, and us looking into getting our licensing. And one thing led to another. Oh, we need a bigger still. We need to do this. We need to do that. And then we went to, we went to a 1-week course in Canada at the University of Distilling in Kelowna, BC. And we started learning about the business and how to make whiskey. Came home from that, and I started looking for some classes and schooling we could do here in the U.S. And we ended up at the Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky. And what a great job they do there. Again, they took it to another level, and we met so many wonderful people in the industry that helped us get us our start. Peggy No Stevens, she did a fantastic job for us in introducing us, to branding and the experience. And we learned so much for her. Very thankful. Don Hardwick helps us out. Don Rogers helped us out in the beginning. Randy Allender, just great people. And they've done a great job in educating us and helping us getting a good start. So we've been at this for about 7 years almost now. We have about 2,500 barrels of bourbon and rye between the two of them. Dane did an internship at Woody Creek Distillery in Basalt, Colorado. And that's where our first 12 barrels came from.
Oh, wow.
Of our limited edition straight rye whiskey with the special chalice on top.
Right.
Yeah. So, Dane, I still remember the day he called me, filling the last barrel. We only made 12 barrels of it. And he had tears in his eyes, and he was sipping on the White Dog, and he's like, "Dad, it tastes so great." He was so proud of it. And, I didn't get a chance to sip on the White Dog, but I had a chance to taste it about 6 months later. And as soon as I tasted it, I was like, oh my gosh, we're on to something here. And then one thing led to another. And like I said, now we have 2,500 barrels, and we're looking at starting our own distillery in Kentucky. Hopefully next year we can do our groundbreaking ceremony.
I hope that happens. I'm excited for just your product to get out here. I'm
Yeah,
so glad that I actually get to sip on it at Summit right now. So you guys you're 100% distilling your own product, right? You're not sourcing it all. It's all
yeah,
you guys. So you said
yeah,
2,500 barrels. That's
yeah,
all stuff that you guys distilled.
right on. Yeah,
Man,
we did the research on mash bills. We wanted to be, part of every aspect of the business. Being a celebrity, there's a lot of celebrity brands out there. I just didn't want to slap my name, on a bulk spirit and call it good. I'm not like that. I'm very detailed, very
sure.
hands-on. I was that way with my hockey equipment in my career, and I'm very creative, very artistic. I tell everyone it took us about 2 years, and that's about bottled, version 100 of our bottle there. And I take great pride in making sure that everything is as perfect as can be.
I would say that is definitely apparent with the design and what's inside this bottle. I mean, you have your name front and center. You got an eagle on the neck, and you got the eagle wings. I mean, the only thing that's missing is this bottle being crazy and trying to throw a chair at you, right? Like this this bottle just screams. I mean, everything that I feel like everything that you've done in your career as a goalie is this bottle. Like, and I
Thank you.
love whiskey and I love hockey, so it's so cool to see, the marriage between the two. I have to say though, this is unique. You don't see a whole lot of guys starting out that are doing finishes like this. Explain to me about the finish and where that whole story took place and how you decided to go with the pecan wood
Yeah,
for
so
your finishing.
right. So we wanted to have something that was a little bit different, very unique, and we also wanted to have our Texas connection. So our pecan wood is sourced from Texas, and we do a special process to the wood where we honeycomb it and create a
Seem to have lost you there, my man. I don't know what happened. I don't know if that's on my end or on
and
your
they
end.
only
There we go.
and we were like, yeah, this is the magic formula, and we had our friends try it, and everyone loved it. So we got that Texas connection. We got a unique product. That's exactly what we wanted to do, and it's so smooth and easy to drink. We wanted to try to create all of our products so you can drink them neat. Anybody who is getting into drinking whiskey, we've heard those stories where like, oh, we don't like whiskey. It's too harsh. And we like, well, just give it a little sip. If you don't like it, you don't have to drink it. And almost every time everyone's like, oh my gosh, that's like, amazingly smooth, and it's vanilla-like and caramel-like, and, just a lot of compliments. So we're really happy with that product and how easy it is to drink.
Was there a reason why you decided to go with the proof point that you did at 92 proof?
Yeah, so what we do with our products, every one of them, is before we end up bottling, we'll go on like 90 to 98 or 100, and we'll taste test it at every proof point, and we'll try and hit the sweet spot every time. So right before we bottled it, we actually had 4 different labels printed up, at
Oh,
different
wow.
proof points. And so right before we put it in bottles, we did the taste testing again, and we knew it was going to be between 92 and 96. And that particular day, the 92 was amazing. So next time we do it, it might be 93 or 94. We always want to hit that sweet spot so it tastes amazing every time you open up a new bottle. And that's what we try to do for every one of our products, is hit that sweet spot that everybody likes.
That's awesome. I think that's so great that you're not putting yourself in a box with anything. It sounds like you're just wherever the whiskey's leading you. It seems like that's kind of where you're going to go.
Yeah, exactly. Again, we've done a lot of research and development, and the proof point definitely makes a difference. The barrels that we use, the barrel entry proof, that all makes a difference on how it's gonna end up tasting. And we do a lot of that ourselves, and trying to figure it out ahead of time so that when it ends up on the shelves and people try it for the first time, we want them to have that, that wow factor, that factor where they're like, well, you know what, we'll try it. It might be good, but probably not. And for the most part, we've had a lot of compliments, and that puts a big smile on our face. When someone comes up to us and we weren't expecting that, and we're like, holy cow, that's awesome.
What's what crowd do you find yourself leaning into a little more? Is it more the whiskey crowd? Is it more the hockey fan? Where do you, is it down the middle? What is it that you found that you're getting the best feedback from as far as your brand goes?
Well, I think we get in the beginning, everyone that was a hockey fan was definitely interested in our products and they enjoyed them. But what we've been noticing is that, now that we've been doing this, we got on the shelves last year in October, and about, I don't know, halfway, 6 months later, I noticed that we're starting getting a lot of compliments from people that weren't hockey fans. And that's a great feeling to know that people that are in the industry already, that are bourbon fans, that are trying our products, rye whiskey fans, and they're like, wow, you guys have done a really good job with that product. And they're pretty surprised and, very complimentary. And that's such a, feather in our cap, to know that people that don't really know me as a hockey player love our whiskey. And that's really what we want to do, is focus on, providing a product for, everyone that, can enjoy it. And our goals is to have it all across North America and eventually all around the world. And I want everyone to love and be able to drink it neat, like I said, and enjoy it. And, that's our goal, is, to provide that, that great taste and ease to drink. And when Dane and I were doing the testing, I put like, 4 different products in front of them. I'm like, try these, Dane, and tell me, about each one, what your thoughts are, and which one would you want to drink, sip on all night long. And that's what we've tried to create, is that ability to just sip on it and have that enjoyment.
Well, you definitely nailed it. That's for dang sure.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, man. It's funny is a lot of the traction that this is getting on my end, as far as the people that follow me and the people that read our blog, the thing that's really grabbing them is this bottle. It's a beautiful bottle. It looks so great on the shelf when you're shopping for it. It looks beautiful in your bar. Was the design, let me see how to put this. Were you always going for a big flashy bottle, or did it just turn out that way?
Yeah, we always wanted to have a presence that was different from everyone else, and that generic, regular whiskey bottle. We didn't want that. We wanted something that was very unique, very different. We went after the Roaring '20s, the Gatsby era, very Art Deco. We thought that would be a great spot to land our product and our bottling and our packaging. And I think we hit the nail on the head again, like I said, and we're very happy it turned out this way. And, when you go down the aisles of a liquor store and you see our bottle, it's definitely, a lot different than everyone else's. And it's got that shelf presence, back bars, it has that presence, and we wanted to have that presence. I think I'm a pretty unique guy, and Dane does too. And so we wanted our bottle to be very unique too, and with a lot of character, just like us.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's definitely, I mean, I like I said, I really feel like you guys nailed it. Trying to get a little light on this guy just to show off how sexy it is. There we go. There's a little more. I can't think of a more, actually I can. I think the only other bottle that's more visually iconic that sticks out to people is going to be a Blanton's bottle. I mean, that thing, you could call that thing in a lineup. You could see that on any shelf. And I really don't want to sound like I'm sucking up, man, but this is on that level of greatness. This thing looks, like I said, it's a beautiful looking bottle. And
Yeah.
I'm happy to have it in my collection. I'm happy to sip on it. And
Well, thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
Peggy knows Stevens. She really helped us out a lot on the packaging too. So, a lot of thanks go out to her.
Sure,
She's
sure.
done a great job for us. And I got to tell you a little story about the Eagle. So that's
Please, please.
a version of the Belfour Eagle. And we wanted to create an Eagle that was, again, a little bit more unique than our old Eagle that I had on my masks.
Sure.
And so there's a good story behind this because Abby Friesen, one of my best friends from back home in Carmen, Manitoba, it's his daughter, Jeff Friesen, who worked for me for the better part of 15 years, doing all my car restoration stuff at Carmen Incorporated in Freeland, Michigan. And when we won the Stanley Cup in '99, we have a picture of Abby, who was just born that year, in the Stanley Cup.
Oh, no way. Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Right. So now she helped, 19 years later, 20 years later, she helped produce the new Eagle. She worked closely with me on it. And so we're very proud of that fact that Abby Friesen did all the artwork there for the new Eagle. So thanks a lot, Abby.
I just pulled up a picture. I want to show everyone who's watching. This is the this is the original. This is the Eddie the Eagle, the Crazy Eddie. Good old goalie mask.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So where do you got a little bit of time left. Let's talk about what you possibly got going on. Where do you see this going in the future as far as future releases? Are you going to just stick to whiskey? What do you have planned? Is there ever going to be an opportunity for there to be a single barrel project? What do you got going? What's going on there in the whole wheelhouse?
Yeah, so we do have a couple of single barrel programs going on right now, and we haven't got any feedback quite yet, but we look forward to doing some very unique projects. We're working on some small batch stuff. We definitely want to stay in the bourbon and rye whiskey. We're playing around right now with, like I said, our small batch, and hopefully in the spring here, we'll come out with a very unique new product. It's either going to be a small batch or it might be an oak finished product.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Very
and
cool.
Either way, it'll be straight bourbon. And we also have a product that's coming out here. We have only did 8 barrels of it so far. It's going to North Dakota. And it's a tribute to my old team that I played college hockey for, the Fighting Sioux. And very dear to my heart. We won the NCAA there in '86, '87. Keep in touch with all my teammates in the school, of course. Always loved going to North Dakota. We were there in January. I think we sold 110 cases in
Oh my God.
3 days. So
wow.
I'll give
That's
you a little
incredible.
Grab the bottle. Give him a little glimpse.
Oh, no way.
And the jersey.
Ah.
So this is my old jersey. This was
Right.
the Sioux, and that was my number there, number 29. Now this head here wasn't the one that I wore, but this was the newest version of the Sioux head, and they're not allowed to use the Sioux head anymore, which is a shame. So I wanted to pay tribute to all the Sioux fans and all my teammates and coaches and the people that really support the Sioux program there in Grand Forks, North Dakota. So we've created this pretty unique product packaging. It's not completely done, but it'll be close.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And it's a limited edition straight rye whiskey, and it is really good. So we can't wait to get to North Dakota and start sampling this with all the Sioux fans and of course my teammates. So love you all there.
Oh man, Ed, that's so great.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. So we love these special projects, and I look forward to doing some more of them in the future. We did the limited edition straight rye whiskey with the chalice on top, which was a very fun project. And I gave one of those bottles to each one of my teammates on the Dallas Stars that we won the Stanley Cup with in '99. And, that was such a fun project. So we're definitely going to have some more fun projects in the future. Really enjoy doing that.
Can we get a bottle with like a jersey and like a goalie helmet and gloves? Can we just get like the whole like Crazy Eddie special on a bottle? Because that would be that would be fantastic.
Yeah, you never know. We've come up with some interesting ideas, so keep tuned for that for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Ed, let's close this out. Tell everyone where you're currently, the markets that you're currently available in right now, where they can find it, and your upcoming markets as well. What you guys have in store.
Yeah. So first off, go to ModernThirst.com, and there's a locator tab on there. You put in your zip code. It'll tell you where the nearest products are being sold, whether they're at a liquor store or a bar, the ones that are open, the restaurants. We started out in Texas, Illinois. We're in North Dakota, South Dakota, soon to be in Missouri. We're in Tennessee, Georgia, soon to be, Arizona. We're working on California, Louisiana, Colorado. We're trying to open up as many as we can as soon as possible. The whole COVID thing has definitely put a damper on it, but we work hard at it every day, and we're trying to get this great whiskey out to as many people as possible. And we really appreciate everyone's support so far. There's been so many people that have helped us, and of course all the people that love Belfour whiskey. Thank you so much for purchasing.
Yeah, absolutely. So ModernThirst.com. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them on Facebook. Seriously, go out, get yourself a bottle of this. Whatever strings you have to pull, if it's not in your state, get yourself some of this, because it's seriously spectacular. One of the things I wanted to tell you really quick is I'm not a Kentucky native. I'm actually from the West Coast originally. But being here now in Kentucky for 4 years, there is a Kentucky delicacy when it comes to desserts called Derby pie.
Yeah.
And do you know about Derby pie?
I've heard about it.
This is Derby pie in a bottle. This is straight up just so much pecan and buttery caramely goodness. This thing just, I'm a huge fan. Elizabeth knows. I ranted and raved Elizabeth plenty of times about how much I love your product. So seriously, thank you so much for coming on and talking about everything that you have going on. Yes, seriously, thank you so much.
Timothy, really appreciate you. Take good care.
Yep. Cheers, bud. Thanks you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.